Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a review on the holiday edition Kyshadow palette from Kylie Cosmetics. So this is obviously the one that she came out with for Christmas and it is limited edition. So this was the third eyeshadow palette that she launched and I'll have the prices down below. So this kind of follows suit, and I'll try and not blind you, of the silver packaging of all of her Christmas theme. I've said it before and I'll say it again, I'm not a massive fan of the cardboard packaging of the Kyshadow palettes. I think they look quite cheap, especially for the price you pay. However, that being said, the packaging is always really sturdy. I'm going to put this away in a second so I don't blind you, but what was most different about this was that it actually came with a mirror, whereas her other palettes didn't. Another thing with this was, whereas with the bronze and the burgundy palette they had kind of an obvious standout colour in the centre, with this there are so many vibrant colours it's hard to pick a main one. So there are 9 colours. So there's Sugar Cookie, which is kind of like a beigey highlight colour, and then there is Frosty, which is my favourite out of all of the colours. It's a very true silver and that is a shimmer, and then you have Chestnut, which is a beigey brown colour, and that tends to be more of a satin. I don't believe there are any mattes in this palette, which I personally like because I'm not a massive fan of matte shadow, but I know I'm probably in the minority there and everyone else would like at least 1 or 2 mattes, but that's just something to bear in mind. I didn't actually say Sugar Cookie is a satin as well. And then you have Mittens, which is kind of like a purpley brown, again that is a shimmer. And then you have Winter, which is the centre colour, which is a shimmery navy. And then you have Nutcracker, which is kind of like a deepened plum. And then you have Gingerbread, which is a brownie gold. And then you have Evergreen, which is kind of like a dark green, much like the name. And then Silent Night, which is a purple. As with all of her eyeshadows, these swatch really well. I think they're really pigmented, they're really smooth to apply. There is a tiny bit of fallout when you actually go to use the shadows and when you swatch them, but it's nothing too major. I'm going to compare some of the similar colours in the burgundy and the bronze palette. Obviously not all of these colours are going to go hand in hand with each other, and that being said, even when I swatched these similar colours, there's no colours that are kind of dupes for each other. They are all very different colours. I just thought I'd mention the similar colours in the other palettes just for comparison. So the first one that had similar shades was Sugar Cookie, which is the highlighter colour. As you can see from this swatch, I swatched it with Naked, Jasper and Quartz from the bronze and burgundy palette, and I've just got notes down here of what I've actually swatched them with, but I haven't actually put what palette they're from. So when I put the overlay, I'll put what palette colours are from. And then the next colour that I could find similar shades to was Mittens, which is the kind of purpley brown. The shade I found similar to that was Brick. Again, similar, not a dupe. And then there were 2 colours from this palette, which were Nutcracker and Silent Night, which are the kind of deepened plum colours, and they were most similar to Almond, Bronze and Obsidian from the bronze and burgundy palette. And then the last one that I found similar shades to was Gingerbread, and that was similar to New York and Goldstone from the bronze and burgundy palette. So like I said, they're not exact dupes of each other, they're just similar, but I thought I would include that because if you already had either the bronze or burgundy palette and you were thinking of getting this for one or maybe more of those colours, you could see how they would compare and maybe make your decision based on that. So I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you in a couple of days for the next video.